Okay, so for the foci on this one, I think you have an error on that 2 root 17. So this is an ellipse, so it's a hyperbola, so it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and a squared is 25 and b squared is 9. And so that would make 34, square root 34c. And I think you're feeling like 2 times 17 you could do some kind of simplify with, but you can't. That 2 would need to be a 4 for that to work. So let me get rid of that. And now we got our c. Go back to here. And then I graphed it over here in Desmos so I would have something to point at. If I were doing this myself, I would have sketched out like that much on paper and it would have looked way worse than this. But so hopefully this will be more clear because it makes a better drawing than I do. Anyhow, if you look at the vertices in the center, all of that stuff is lining up on, let's scoot that over there so I have a little more room. All of that stuff is lining up on y equals 1. So when we figure out our foci out here, they're going to take the form some value for x that's a little funky, and then there's going to be a 1, because everything's going to be something 1, negative 4, 1, 1, 1, 6, 1, something 1. So once I figure out which thing I'm not adding on to, that eliminates a choice for me, which is helpful. And then we're going to take the 1 from the vertex here, which is, I wish this was something, I wish this was like 2, 1 or something, so they weren't both 1s. But this y is that 1, and now I'm taking this 1 from the vertex, and I'm going to go plus or minus root 34 right there. And root 34, oops, let me scoot that over, is a little bit less than 6, right? So what that would be is I'm starting from 1 and I'm counting over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little less than 6. So one focus would be here, and then I'm starting from 1 and then I'm counting negative a little less than 6, or subtracting, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a little less than 6. The other focus would be there. But something that really helps me is figuring out which one of these isn't changing, which in this case it's the y value. It sounds dumb because you just look at the graph and yet I get these wrong. So once I figure out that, okay, the y is staying 1, then I know I'm adding and subtracting off the x. Likewise, if it was running this way, I would be noting, okay, all my x values are staying the same, so that's my constant, and I'm adding or subtracting off my y. And that helps me not get mixed up which one of these to put that on. But for me, I'm super visual, so that picture really helps. Hopefully that makes a little more sense for you.